All right. So I did not announce, I did not mention that I will be live, but here we are trying to connect again. I hope someone watches today. It's been a long time. The last time I made a live. Let me see if someone connects. We start the live stream. Let me see one moment. Oh, hello everybody. Okay, I'm here. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you everybody. So I'm here today to show you something that I wanted to share. Um, Hi everybody. Hello. So first of all, before I start with all this mess I have here, I have in the memberships. If you become a member, I'm gonna say this. I'm posting. I just start to upload some files where you can download and print at home all the decals that I have. Now you need to give me a little time, but posting every week the files for you to print at home, so you don't have to buy the files. Um, so you'll be able to 3D print at home. I'm not fixing, repairing anything, and all the files will be available on memberships on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, and all those files will be on my YouTube. Every post that I made or video for members, um, faces, all the faces for 3D print, so you can 3D print at home. Will be also available on my YouTube memberships, the models that I'm printing right now. So you could actually 3D print at home. All the models, files, every week I'm going to post one because I need to make sure all the files are properly aligned and ready to go just to download, click and print. Now, 3D printers nowadays are getting very accessible. You can buy a 3D printer very cheap, very low cost. So you can, all over the world, anywhere you live in the world, you can download those files and 3D print at home. Now, okay, I wanted to point out something. When we start 3D printing, we have these two. Let me see. Okay, this is the layer lines. I remember when these models came to 3D print. Remember these? Oops. Maybe you remember Daisy was one of those on Shapeways that had these layer lines so big and they were not even fine. And this model was about $80 with this, let's say, definition or layer lines. And if you wanted to upgrade to finer details, you used to get this let's call it smooth finish on Shapeways. Back in the days, there was not a fine tuning. I mean, I'm talking about 5 years ago or 4 years ago or so. And if you wanted this finish, you needed to pay $150, $120 plus the face. Now, nowadays, a 3D printer costs like $120, $150. The printer I'm using right now, it's a Creality. I'm not being paid for Creality to do this or mention this. But you can find those 3D printers for $150. And you can print all the models you want, as many as you want, the faces and everything. That's the reason I'm trying to not print anymore this model, so you can do this at home. Okay, now back to details on this thing. We used to get, I'm trying to explain a little bit. Maybe you can see here, this is the normal 3D printed settings that everybody is selling on eBay. I also do this, which is it good. It's not bad for the price and time cost. Now, I made it finer. So for those who know about 3D print, thank you for the comments, everybody. For very finer, smooth finish detail, this one take about 3 hours or 4 hours to do. This one you don't have to sand or anything, nothing, just print and that's it. With a smooth finish like this one, it takes about 6 hours to print this model. Probably you can see the difference right there. This is printed at 0.2 millimeters layer lines, and this is a 0.12 millimeter layer lines. Thank you for the comments, everybody. So it is very accessible right now. I know you guys are kids, a lot of people. I mean, but hear me out. If you buy your own 3D printer and or you have access to a 3D printer, it's not really expensive. Now you could do this at home. Remember, the files will be available on my YouTube memberships. If you are not member, all the files for the faces, model trains, and decals will be on the memberships. Now let me show you a difference here. Obviously different shades. Probably you can see the layer lines here are pronounced. I mean, you can see it more. But in this one, you'll not even see layer lines. Maybe a little bit. But the fine details, I mean, is smooth surface, no sanding needed. The only thing you need to do is, which is better print, quality print. Obviously it takes more time to 3D print, but in my opinion, you got a perfect, almost, I'm gonna say almost, not perfect, almost smooth finished product that you can do at home. eBay, the problem with the eBay, I always complain about this. eBay takes time, you gotta do it and they pay the shipping, selling fees, blah blah blah, all the time it takes to arrive to your home. But instead, you could do it at home and 3D printed this at home. It's much better. Now here's another test that I did. Excuse the problem with this one. Did not print the support was bad and broke. Make sure you clean your build plate before printing because the supports always fall off. Now here's a comparison. Let me see side by side. Probably you can see here. Here are some details that come out with normal 3D printing, the normal settings from a 3D printer, and this does have a smoother, a little bit better finish. Probably you don't see it, but let's compare side by side with the original model. This is obviously smooth finish and this one is close to, but if we put normal standard 3D print that everybody is doing, there you can see the layer lines right here compared to this model. Obviously maybe you can hear this common sound that you get when you do a thicker layer line. See the difference? Because the layer lines are very small, give you a smooth finish. I mean, it's obviously I cannot compare that, but it's better. I mean, this is not the one. This is the one right here. So again, if you are interested and you want to do this at home, right now, let me tell you guys, I'm not being paid by Creality, but I'm using Creality 3D printers, and all the knowledge I learned over the time. I mean, over the what 6 or 8 months now. I will pass it to you, so you don't have to buy for these models. We are going to skip the middleman, which is eBay. The only thing you gotta do is subscribe to my channel. I mean, do a membership on YouTube, and all the files I'm posting every week. I'm gonna try to post every week. One finished, and this is another one. With the settings already done for this, so the only thing is download and print at home. Now, if someone sells this, I will not have control of someone is selling these models and making profit of. I know it's gonna happen, but I'm also trying to get rid of whatever I'm printing. And you see me selling these models, make sure you read the listings on eBay, because some are prototypes, and I describe clearly that the quality is not good, or there are prototypes that are missing parts or broken parts or some details. Like example, this one right here. See this? I always take pictures and show what you're getting for, like, if it's for $5, it's the reason is because there's some problems with the print. If I sell it for $3, that's the reason that shows the price. I'm just trying to not to throw this away. I mean, but that reflects the price of the model on eBay. Now, if the price is normal, like $12, $15, or even $20, is because the amount of time it takes to print and the material cost and blah blah blah. That's how it goes. And obviously, I'm not trying to go higher than the other sellers. I'm just trying to go a little bit lower than the other sellers. But the files will be available every week. I will be posting some decal files. Thank you everybody for the comments and everything. Okay, for one comment right here in the bottom, if I do fix and repairs, no, I am not doing fix and repairs. Takes time. Um, I think I did a lot of. This is the old one. A lot of fix and repair, and I no longer do that. There is this model that you can do at home. Like I say, during this week, I already uploaded one post for members, the decals. Uh, I hope you guys understand the problem. We're doing the why I'm making this for memberships. Memberships is not even expensive a month, and you can have access to all the files, so you can do it at home. Even for the vinyl, I will be making these files available, so you just download. You don't have to do it this at home, or paint it. Uh, I do have these vinyls. For example, this is painted, but I have the vinyls for the files for the windows. So you just peel and stick and good to go. You save yourself a lot of time and hassle to do your custom. And like I say again, if you have the time, it's not really expensive. Memberships, instead of asking for Patreon, where you are paying a membership and not getting anything in return. In my case, I will give you full access to files for you to print, the decals, all the info, where to get the parts or whatever I'm having. For example, codes, I might not have access to the seller. The seller is already gone. I remember I bought this few years ago for 10,000 cows each from China. The seller is no longer there, or he doesn't have the parts, and will give you exactly what you need for. For example, this is for the long shape motors. This is for these kind of motors, specifically for the shaft, the main motor cog that goes right here. Here is specific. Every single post that I will be making will lead to all the info needed so you can do repair these models at home. Decals, like I say, decals instead of these, you could print it at home. It's very cheap. Now the problem with this cog right here for the axle, you need to trim down a little bit. Like we need to cut a little bit. I used to grab like put it in the shaft on the I mean on the driving axle. I already made a lot of videos of that. Once you put in the driving axle, the only thing you gotta do is use a Dremel or a drill. Put the axle in the drill and then just spin these with the quarter. The problem is that this you cannot find the exact size. This is the only cog I found because it does have a specific. That's the reason a lot of people cannot fix models because of the driving axle is broken. And I'm talking about for the Trackmaster and Tomy models. Not every model. Gordon does not require that kind of cog for the driving axle, but that's what I'm doing. Now there will be files also for this if you want. Every file, I mean every model I'm doing, I will give you the files and everything, and I will make a video how I assemble these. These are strong parts that will not break. It's because I printed on this orientation. I oriented the printing here like so, and this is printed in different parts. If you print the whole model like so, these parts will break very easily. I mean, if you print it with the layer lines like so. So nowadays, like I say, 3D printers are very accessible. Everybody will be able to do this at home. I mean, I'm not talking about just one single model. Every model I have will be, okay, here I have a sample. See this part right here? Okay, I'm gonna try to show you how, let me see if I can do this real quick, how these things come out. This is just a little bit of support. I don't know if you can see there. That's how I assemble these. That's where the reason they are strong. You cannot break them. You cannot break these motors. That's the reason it's stronger. Now I add super glue on these ends, and then just stick it to the part there. Once you have it glued, strong bond, we come with the funnel and just put it right there. Two parts like this and two parts like this. Once you assemble the model, it's very simple. It doesn't require experience. It's like a puzzle or like put them together, and it's very easy, and you can do yourself this building. Instead of buying it, you can do it at home. I also have the files for right here. This model, you can do it. I want you to do this at home, guys. I mean, I don't want you to buy it. Everybody wants to have this model. It's really expensive. Remember the last time I tracked these original models sold for I think it was $600 here in the United States, and I did not track the other listing that was for I think they had it for $1,000, but or $800, but I don't know if he sold it or not. I did not. I was not interested in track it, but I will show you how to do these parts to how to assemble it. And once I make the video, remember, will be for memberships. This way, I can continue making more models, so you guys can print at home. The vinyls for these, see the vinyls, very fine. You might need a Cricut machine or Silhouette or on another plotter, but I will give you access to the files so you can print at home the right size, everything ready to go. These hubs, I think I showcased that. What you actually got to do is just snap it in there when you print it. I will give you the link for the color I use. You can also do some research and just snap, or you can even add a little drop of super glue on this part and good to go. Now this is painted, paint. I mean, it's just a craft, you know. You take your time and do some painting, so it will be very easy. So everybody can have this instead of buying for $1,000, $100 or whatever. You can just come and paint. Take your time in the evening instead of being on the phone for a longer period of time. You can take your time, just do some craft, paint. All the info for this will be available on my YouTube channel here in memberships. I want you to have access to every single model. So I have a lot of models uh, in line on a queue ready for 3D print. The problem with 3D printing is and selling on eBay is I do not have time to print a lot of these things, and shipping and packing and everything takes time. So instead of me selling it, you can have access to memberships. Remember, I'll be posting one set of, let's say, this model of the files, um, the face, and the decals. If I have had chance to decals, also every week. But you can also request, let's say you don't want to print the decals and you want the lining. I can do the lining. So the only thing you gotta do is like a can with a marker, uh, paint the lining, or paintbrush to do the color you want. That will be easier and much better. Um, I want to answer the question for water Percy. I cannot make the decals anymore. It takes time to do the decals. I wish to continue making the decals, but I don't have the time. I want to continue to the designs, make the designs so anybody around the world can do their own models. Now, let me tell you this. I mainly put or made adapters for the let's say any model I'm making is for Revolution's chassis. Not everybody has access to the old Trackmaster models. So mainly will be for Trackmaster Revolutions. Um, and I'm trying to make it accessible for everybody. Memberships on my YouTube channels is not a big deal. It's not expensive. I have it very accessible for them. Uh, I wanted to show you. Maybe you remember I made the water mill. Let me see if I can have access to. Okay, I made right here. I think I made it, but it's not in good quality. I made that one. Probably you remember. I don't know if you remember that one. The water mill. I made the model. I don't know if it's gonna play the sounds. Sorry if it plays the sound right there. So you will be able to 3D print this model at home too. Everybody will love to recreate or reenact or have this as a display at home. The only thing you got to do is print at home, do some cleanup, the painting and everything. It's very simple. The watermill spin, you can even add a motor at the other side of the inside the building. If you wanted to make it working, you can add a motor and it will spin. It will be the windows. I already have the windows ready. If you guys want to do that too, um, I tried to recreate the best I could on that model. So all the files will be at home instead of buying for 30, $40 or $20 each of these models for a low membership. you'll have access to all the models that I'm going to post on my YouTube memberships. Remember, every week I'm going to upload decals, one thing, decals, memberships. Sorry, I cannot make it public. Or I'm public. I'm trying to. I hope you understand that this is the only way I can help you. So, guys, you guys help me out, and I can actually continue, and you will have access to all the files for a membership every month on my YouTube memberships for the decals. Remember decals, paper decals or vinyl decals. Everything will be ready just to download and print and cut whatever. Same for these models. You'll be able to have access to 3D print at home, and I will give you the link exactly for what is the exact shade or where I found the filament. Remember, 160 bucks, 170. I don't know how much they're selling these. But let me tell you what happened. How I had access to 3D printers from Creality. I got those 3D printers for 70 bucks and $80. I think was on Black Friday deal or something. I bought 10 3D printers. Obviously, not all of those 3D printers were at that price, but I bought three for I think was 220 bucks on out of Amazon. 220 bucks or something. Creality Ender 3S B3SE, something like that. So then on eBay, I found this really good deal. I bought like a three or four 3D printers for $80, and then I had the opportunity to buy another three other 3D printers for 70 bucks. So that's the reason I bought a lot of 3D printers, to do these things. Now, again, I'm not telling you to buy the 3D printers, but instead of buying, let's say 20 bucks plus shipping is about $30 or something. 70 bucks, that's 100 bucks, whatever. These things takes time to paint. Now once you start 3D printing and assemble these parts and do the painting and assemble, you are going to understand why the prices are high on some models on eBay. One of the reasons I do not make the decals for this or paint, it's because it takes a lot of time. But I hope you guys will understand when you start 3D printing. I mean, if you save a lot instead of buying all these models of eBay or somewhere else, you will be able to do this at home every time. I mean, you could do as many as you want. Now, if you start this selling or this on eBay, I don't care. It's not my problem. Sorry about that. You could do business. It's up to you if you want to sell them on eBay or Amazon or wherever. I mean, it's okay. I'm okay with that. I will not be selling this. But if you want to sell the faces, you can sell the faces too. There is one guy that is selling faces on eBay for Thomas, I think for Batman, $70 a set of I think 13 faces of eBay. Let me do some research. I'm not lying. Let me show you and let me see if I can find it real quick. Here's the thing. See those decals right there? That's $7, $8. So the only thing you gotta do is pay a membership of my YouTube, and you'll have access to the files, so you can print at home. You don't have to pay this. Don't mention to this guy that I'm going to do this. Don't mention it. I'm just telling you. I just want to give you in return on the memberships that you will be able to do this on at home. 3D printer parts. I mean, the snow plows or whatever you want to do, you will also have access to that. One moment. Let me try to do some research. I'm trying to research. For example, let me see if I find it. I'm doing these little faces so you can stick it to your model. This is my listing. See that? Obviously, it includes the face and blah blah blah. But I'm trying to do some research and show you how much they sell. I mean, there is someone is selling those faces for $70. I mean, it's up to you if you wanna sell them. I'm okay. I'm totally okay. You can sell the faces. You can sell the right here. Look, I'm not lying. See that price right there? $70 for HO scale. But I think the same person sold faces for a single model for I think $50. I'm not gonna try to show you who is that seller, but I think yeah, right here. Let me see. I already that person sold. Let me see. That's for okay. I'm not trying. See that Trackmaster? It sold one for $70. See that? So I'm gonna try to give you access to all the faces that I'm able to do, and don't take me wrong, but I'm trying to whatever I'm doing. I'm not saying that you're going to do that, but I'm saying my files will be available to memberships starting from next week. I'm gonna start with Thomas. I already uploaded one file for memberships. It's a test for Thomas. Probably you don't see it. I don't think you see in that post. It gives you access to. Okay, I found it right here. It's right there. I don't think you've seen that. See, it says members only. There are 3 levels of memberships. Um, if you click here, it's just a picture. Hold on, let me see if I can access. Okay, it's just a picture how you can what the dimensions so you can print it at home. This is not the file. What you gotta go is right here, Google Drive, my folder. You click in there, and it will give you direct access to download. Okay, I already clicked that part, and there is the file. This is the right hand, this is the rear, the left hand of Thomas, the front, and you download this model and then you print it at home. So we're talking about, this is the Thomas model. That's what we need to print, that one right there. So the Google Drive folder for every post I'm making is for the members only, and you have access to, I mean, you have a membership for entire month, and you just have access to the files. That's what I'm trying to do, everybody. Like I said, that's the startup. I don't have all the files ready, but I'm just doing a test. Next week I'm going to start with whatever comments comes and whatever you guys want. I'm going to start with one model at a time because it takes time to set up everything for the 3D print models. And I think there will be an option of the decals or the vinyl for each model I'm doing. For example, this one, I don't know if it does have decals or not, but most of the time, whoever is doing this, they just buy these, paint the top. I will give you the directions on every video that I do or post for members, which color I use. For example, the roof part, it's gray, dolphin gray, and I think we use a yellow here. This for the lining right here. Windows, I think they're white, but you gotta figure out, I mean, the color you want painted, and that's it. Or even I could probably, possible, I'm not sure, possible, but it's going to take time. That's the reason I'm going to upload every week one model. If I do the vinyl decals, I can't also give you access so you can print at home. I mean, cut the vinyls with the plotter, either way, Cricut or Silhouette or other suite. So the only thing you gotta do is download the files. And I used to, just pre-cut the decals and peel and stick, so you don't have to waste time to painting all these things, all these windows, little windows. So you just cut yourself the vinyl and stick it in there, and you'll have your model ready in no time. I mean less time than the original one. Faces. The face I used to paint with a very fine paintbrush. I mean, I just trimmed down a little bit and use dolphin gray on the eyeballs. You can paint different color. Either you can paint the whole face, but the only color I found near close to the face I'm using, or I mean to the shade I wanted, was some sort of gray. I will leave the link below on each post or video that I'm doing. But obviously it takes time. But I mean, to have access to the files, download, print at home, it will be much better than buying the whole thing. I mean, you learn. You fail on something, you can do it again and again and again and again. I mean, that's the idea. The pupils I used to grab like a very tiny one of these things, dip it on the black ink and just center it, paint it. Just leave a little drop on the eyeball, and you leave your model. What is? I have one sample right here somewhere. But like I say, that's what I'm doing. See, there it is. I actually use white on the eyeball on this model. I should use like a dolphin gray, which is between this gray and this shade and the white, so which was much better. I think I done it somewhere. So this one I did not do. I didn't do a good job, but this is dolphin gray. See that difference? The white eyeballs. This is the shade should be right on the eyeballs, not the white. But I will give you all the info as I go learning. I mean practicing, and hopefully soon you have access to the 3D printer. Like I say, 3D printer is better. You have access to your 3D printer. You can do your thing. It's not just that you can print your toys or whatever. You'll be able to have access to all my files for Thomas. I noticed something that is taking time is 3D printing, shipping, cleaning, everything. But for a fraction of the cost, you can do this at home, do it again and again and over, resize it. Here's something that I did. These parts or cargo you can print at home too. I also use vinyl paint, painted. You can paint either color, whatever color you want, any color you want. You'll have access to everything I have. So stay tuned. If you are not a membership, like I say, I'm gonna start next week. That right there is a test for members, because I don't think you've seen that post, and that's for members only. But every week, give me some time, because it takes time to upload all the files and make it perfect. Right now we have this very smooth finish product compared to the others I used to print. On this one right here is better, this one, than this. Obviously it takes time, and I will mention how long will it take and all the tricks that I use to make my prints, every print. Now this is not perfect. This was printed with if you know about this, is 0.2 millimeters layer lines. But I'm talking about to use for this. I will adjust the file, and we are going to use 0.12 layer lines, which will be very smooth finish, and not this. That's what I learned. Okay, thank you everybody. Stay tuned. I will give you all the info. I mean, if you go to my membership, make sure you go to the highest membership so you can. I think it's pro or something. I never move anything on those ends, um, or advanced, whatever it's called, because there are three levels: basic, medium, or high, or pro. And subscribe to the highest level so you'll have access to everything. The basic level, it's only for the decals, and the middle level probably will be for these. And I'm trying still thinking on that. But the most important thing for everybody is the faces. If you already have your model at home, um, the only thing you got to do is print. If you have this model, you can print the faces, any face that I have access to, or I've done it. You could. This is Edward, by the way. There is also an adapter, a guide. So you just stick the adapter or guide to it, to the model, and drill a hole. I use a quarter inch drill bit. I don't know if this is a quarter inch. Yeah, this is quarter inch, but there's a drill bit guide. I don't have it in here. I don't know where I left it. Once you have the drill, okay, right here. I found something. This is not for Edward. It's not for Edward, but it's something like this. Just stick, because this is different. This is for Thomas, but this is Edward. It's a little bit, the size is different. Once you have aligned that part, just put your drill bit, the drill, and drill a hole and ready to go. Then you can swap the faces. Like I say, again, you'll have access to all the files for whatever, all the info I have, you'll have access. Remember, try to subscribe to the highest membership um, on my YouTube. Okay, I think that's all what I wanted to share today. But yes, I'll let you know every week. Remember, every week, if you are a membership on my YouTube, I'm gonna try to leave a membership link. I think YouTube should give you that, and then do a membership, and every month you'll have access to all the files, all these for everything I'm doing. Okay, thank you for the watch, love, and the